Our top story tonight, multiple people taken to the hospital with significant injuries after Salem police say an explosion related to an illegal firework went off in a neighborhood. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm John Adams. This is just one of several incidents related to fireworks across our area this weekend. KGW spoke with neighbors impacted by this blast. An explosion rocked this northeast Salem neighborhood around 10:45 Saturday night, shattering windows and sending multiple people to the hospital.
Next you know, I hear just a big bang just go off, right? And then I hear my car alarm just go off like crazy. I'm like, yo, what's going on, right?
This man was watching a movie when he heard the blast. He came outside to see what happened.
I see my car, the glass is all shattered. I'm like, oh man, well, that sucks. But then I see people like being taken away in the ambulance. I'm like, oh, you know, what's going on?
Another neighbor describing to us the force of that explosion.
See the house like, whoa, what was that? There was ambulance, firefighters, and I knew that something was bad.
The Salem Fire Department says the blast came from an illegal mortar. 3 men and 2 women between the ages of 34 and 67 were injured.
One patient that was categorized as serious, potentially life-threatening injuries. 3 patients that were serious, non-life-threatening injuries, and then 1 with minor injuries.
According to Salem police, 6 vehicles and 1 house were also damaged in that explosion that sent debris flying 80 yards from the blast site.
Mortars, as we know, in the state of Oregon are illegal. Anything that goes above a certain height within the state of Oregon is illegal, has always been illegal.
It was an active Saturday night across the area. Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue responded to 25 calls, possibly related to fireworks. The Washington County Sheriff's Office responded to 19 fireworks calls. Back in Salem, the police department is investigating the incident and will work with the DA's office to determine if charges will be filed. Neighbors shaken by the incident say they have seen enough of fireworks in their neighborhood.
Whatever happened needs to stop. You know, they need to stop for the sake of the people and the neighbors.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't end there. 8 people are facing charges after police say fireworks sparked a brush fire in Lincoln City on the 4th of July. The fire broke out last night on a hillside near Southwest Coast Avenue, forcing road closures and prompting level 1 be-ready evacuations for nearby homes. Firefighters worked for hours to contain the flames, with crews remaining overnight to monitor for hotspots. Here in Portland, fire crews scrambled to stop a rooftop fire along Northwest 14th Avenue just after 9 o'clock tonight. Crews say early signs point to fireworks as the cause, but they are still investigating. Vegetation on the roof caught fire, but firefighters were able to stop it quickly. In Ridgefield, 2 homes were damaged in a fire believed to have been started by discarded fireworks. Clark Cowlitz Fire Rescue says crews responded early this morning after flames reportedly started in a trash can between the homes before spreading to both buildings. Everyone got out safely. 1 woman is dead and 4 others are recovering after a boat crash on the Willamette River near Sauvie Island. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says a 33-foot cabin cruiser crashed into an aluminum walkway leading to a dock. This happened just before 11:30 last night. First responders found 1 woman dead at the scene, while 4 other adults, including the boat's operator, were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are working to determine what caused the crash and say it's too early to know whether speed, impairment, or lighting played a role. New tonight, a man is dead after a late-night crash involving an SUV and an ATV in Clark County. The sheriff's office says the crash happened just before 11:30 last night at Northeast 76th Street and 137th Avenue. Investigators say the driver of a Ford Escape was turning left when it collided with an oncoming ATV. The 39-year-old rider later died at the hospital. Deputies say he was not wearing a helmet and believe alcohol may have been a factor. And a 4-year-old girl is safe after a massive search at Cape Lookout State Park in Tillamook County. Authorities say the child became separated from her family, sparking a multi-agency response that included park rangers, search and rescue teams, the Coast Guard, drones, even a helicopter. Now, she was found about 5 miles north on the Netarts Bay Spit. The girl was hypothermic and dehydrated, but taken to a Tillamook hospital and is in good condition. All right, here's a live look outside tonight as we get ready to wrap up the long holiday weekend. Highs were in the low 80s earlier today, But tomorrow is going to be even hotter. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is here with us with a look at the forecast. Hey, Joe.
Hey, good evening to you, John. We're not looking at record-breaking heat tomorrow, but it's definitely going to be much warmer from what we have been seeing here the last couple of days. By 9 o'clock, we'll be seeing temperatures in the mid-60s. We jump up to the low 70s by 11 a.m. Early part of the afternoon at 80 degrees with daytime highs right around the 88 to 90 degree range. And as we head into the later part of tomorrow night, we'll see our temperatures cool off. We will be dealing with more of an onshore flow really after tomorrow. So there's just one hot day, and that is your Monday, and then things will gradually improve if you don't like the heat. We are tracking, though, fire weather watches throughout parts of the Columbia River Gorge and throughout parts of the high desert. That starts Tuesday morning with the windy conditions picking up, which is going to be kind of exasperating the threat of some fire danger. There's also a red flag warning throughout parts of southern Oregon because of thunderstorms that have been kind of popping up tonight, and that's going to be the case heading into tomorrow. Currently, we're looking at some calm winds, but earlier tonight, those wind gusts were picking up to about 25, 30 miles an hour near parts of the Columbia River Gorge. Highs today were in the low 80s. Yeah, about 10 degrees warmer in a few locations by tomorrow. But all in all, I think you're going to like the detailed forecast I have for you. I'll talk more about that in about 10 minutes from now.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. The death toll from last month's earthquakes in Venezuela has now climbed to more than 3,300 people. Authorities announced the latest figure today. Officials have not released an updated number of people still missing, with some experts believing the true death toll could be significantly higher as recovery crews continue searching through the rubble. Thousands of miles away, Oregon's Venezuelan community gathered in Beaverton today to mourn those lost and organize relief efforts. The community potluck brought together families, volunteers, and local organizations that have collected more than 1,000 boxes of humanitarian aid. Now they're raising money to ship those donations, including food, medicine, hygiene supplies, and baby items to families in Venezuela.
We have been experiencing in Venezuela 27 years of bad government, and 8 million people have migrated out of Venezuela because of the situation has been very hard and difficult. And now we have on top this earthquake, 2 earthquakes on top of the wound that we have. So we have so much pain right now.
Organizers say churches, businesses, and community groups from across Oregon have joined the effort as well. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, just head over to venezuelasvoiceinoregon.org. Well, among a slew of Supreme Court decisions released last week, the court ruled the Trump administration can end temporary protected status for Haitians and Syrians. Jay Coulter has that story.
This ruling impacts an estimated 350,000 Haitians across the country. I spoke with local Haitian community members here in the Portland Metro who are troubled by the implications of this ruling.
It was very scary.
After 16 years, temporary protected status for Haitians has been canceled, leaving many fearful of themselves or their loved ones being deported.
Where they're from to Haiti, they don't have a home anymore because the gang people already take where they live. If they send them away, they just send them back to death.
Violence and political turmoil in Haiti after the president was assassinated and the streets have been overrun with gangs. This after multiple earthquakes and hurricanes crippled Haiti's infrastructure.
They don't know what to do. They scared to go outside. Some people even scared to go shopping.
Imagine you spend all your money to buy a house here and they take you away to another situation again.
Loved ones back in Haiti equally frightened by the news as many rely on their family members living in America for help.
Living in America gives us the opportunity to work, so we can work and provide for them. So when they hearing about that news, they very scared. They don't want the government to send us home, because when they send us home, there's no hope for them out there.
The ruling comes after the lower courts challenged Trump's move to cancel TPS status for Haitians. In the Supreme Court opinion, Justice Samuel Alito wrote that judges overstepped their authority in second-guessing the administration's decisions. The court also rejected a claim that the move was racially motivated. In dissent, Justice Elena Kagan wrote, quote, "Race entered into the president's resolve to remove Haitians from this country."
Some people, they treat us like a criminal, you know? Like every time one of us do something wrong, they say all the Haitian people do it. But the Haitian people, they are very strong. You know, they come to the country, they work hard, you know.
But those who can't provide an alternative form of work authorization will likely be laid off as a result of this ruling. The federal government lists July 10th as the expiration date for TPS employment authorization. Back to you.